Welcome to another special DNC Mini-sode of An Honorable Profession. I'm Rachel, the producer of this podcast. This morning, host Debbie Cox Bultan and I caught up with folks on the ground in Chicago, including former Florida Senator Loranne Ausley, WelcomePAC co-founder Lauren Harper Pope, and Delaware State Senator and Congressional candidate Sarah McBride. They each reflect on the convention, talk about their favorite speakers, and what they're looking forward to on the last night of the DNC. Enjoy.
Loranne Ausley, so fun to see you. This is New Deal alumni, Loranne Ausley from Florida. How's it been so far?
Oh my gosh, it's just amazing. It's so good to see old friends, and as you know, I have my 26-year-old niece here with me, so I'm living convention through her eyes, and it's just amazing.
Okay, you were in the hall. We were in the hall together last night. Lots of, I thought, amazing moments. What was your favorite from last night?
I think my favorite, there's too many to mention, but the one that's most sitting with me right now is "We can sleep when we're dead." We have so much work to do,
a powerful line.
and I need to sleep right now.
Yeah.
But I keep listening to Governor Walz and knowing that we have so much work to do, but there's just so much energy and enthusiasm, and I know we can do it.
Yeah, I love that. I'm gonna tell you my favorite moment too, which is one. There's a lot of favorite moments. The Walls, the football team.
Yeah, the sun.
The sun.
Right.
I mean, there's the one that's not getting mentioned, so I want to mention it. I loved the former lieutenant governor of Georgia, the Republican,
Right.
line that said, if you are a Republican and you vote for Kamala Harris this election, it does not make you a Democrat, it makes you a patriot.
Wow.
I thought that was like, I want to get that line somewhere on camera, because that to me was like, I got chills. But the whole night was amazing.
It was.
So what are you most looking forward to tonight?
We're going to go early to be able to sit and just camp out and just be able to be there for see everything and be a part of it. Again, with my niece, who this is her first political event, and her enthusiasm gives me hope for the future.
It's like soaking up the enthusiasm, the energy. It feels different this time.
It really
you and I together have been to too many conventions that would age us, but this just feels different.
It does. And
so it's exciting.
And it's been great to be able to reconnect with all my New Deal folks.
Yeah.
That's why we come.
That's why we
have a network and a family, and we have an opportunity to connect and go back and do good things.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
Lauren Harper, it is so fun to see you.
It's good to see you as well, Debbie.
So Lauren is, of course, our friend and partner from the Welcome Party, co-founder, director here in Chicago.
Yes.
How are you feeling generally? We're 3 days in, almost done.
Right. I'm feeling great. I have had a great time this week. It's been so nice to see you and Helen and so many of our friends here on the center left. We are an awesome coalition here, and I think we had a lot of good events this week that kind of show our prowess and our growth, and just like the messaging that we're trying to get across. And so it's been a great week.
Yes. This is not your first convention.
It is my first convention.
Okay.
Yes.
And this was your first night on the floor last night.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And it was a big night.
It
A lot
was.
happened.
Coach Walz. Yeah.
How did you feel it? How was it?
I felt awesome. It was such a fun room. Everyone was so joyful is the word of the week, right? It was a joyful room. I was excited to hear from friends like Olivia Giuliana. Governor Westmore was awesome. Speaker, hopefully. Hakeem Jeffries was great.
Yeah.
Cory Booker, one of my favorites, was awesome. It was a beautiful night. And I think it really helped us remember that we have a lot going for us, and we have a bright future should we decide to do things the right way.
Yeah. So Welcome Party has been instrumental in trying to make Democrats a Big Ten, bringing people in who haven't always been Democrats, have been independents, maybe for Republicans, people who just, and calling out the welcome mat for them. So we heard from a lot of Republicans yesterday.
Yes.
I think we're going to hear from Adam Kinzinger tonight, which I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see that, but you've been doing this for a long time. That must make you really happy to see that kind of big tent approach.
It was wonderful. I think, everyone in the convention hall doesn't need to be convinced necessarily, but there are literally millions of people who are either undecided voters or who are moderate Republicans who are fed up with MAGA extremism, and they really, really, really want common sense, pragmatic leadership in the White House top down. And I think that having Republicans there and people who are appealing to swing voters and appealing to independent voters is literally critical, right? If we're going to be the party that stands up for what's right, then we have to be able to reach people who may think slightly differently than us on the issues. Conservatives are welcome in the Democratic Party, and we need to make sure that people know that.
Yeah, I could not agree more. What are you most looking forward to tonight? Final question.
Oh man, well I'm actually leaving tonight,
Oh,
so
Will you
yeah.
be able to watch it on TV?
Maybe from
From the
some
plane?
airport. Actually, yeah, but no, I mean I'm
What do you
excited.
hope is said tonight? Let's go there.
Oh man, that's a great question. So, I mean, we've been putting out Kamala's Moderate Digest every week, and so trying to draw the most amazing moderate moments from her messaging, and I want to see her also, appeal to the Republicans in the country who are willing to vote for her and want to just make sure that they can earn her or she can earn their vote. And so, I want to see her really lean into like this is a unified nation, and we have a big problem in facing Trumpism again. And I think that if we can, if she can, for that matter, appeal to people in a way that is empathetic and vulnerable and compelling and really welcoming, then I think we'll be able to win over a lot more voters this November.
I agree. So fun to see you.
Always good to see you, Debbie. I appreciate you.
Hey, Sarah McBride. It's so nice to see you in Chicago. It's so good to see you.
What beautiful weather.
Beautiful weather, and I want to talk to you about the convention. But first, let's just talk about, for people who are not aware, this is one of the most exciting congressional races in the country. Our New Deal leader friend Sarah McBride running in Delaware. You've done an amazing job. When you win, you'll be the first transgender person in Congress, and it is. I just feel like there's so much excitement about this convention in general, but like the whole feeling of hope and change, to borrow a phrase from a while ago, it feels that way, right? So first, how's the race going? Let's let you get a plug in for that, and then we'll talk convention.
Sure. Well, I, as you mentioned, am a New Dealer and the New Dems endorsed candidate for Delaware's open congressional seat, which is currently represented by a New Dem, Lisa Blunt Rochester, who's going to be our next United States Senator, and I am running with her support to fill her big shoes in the United States House of Representatives after 2 terms in the Delaware State Senate as a New Dealer, where I've helped lead the effort to pass paid family and medical leave, expand access to health care, and protect reproductive freedom. And this convention, I mean, you said it in your opening comments, I haven't felt this excitement. Hell, I haven't felt this way as an American since 2008.
Yeah.
And what I've been saying is hope and history is in the air.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
The energy, the excitement is palpable. And of course, as a Delawarean, I am so proud of our favorite son for the selfless and patriotic decision he made to usher in a new generation of leadership and help re-energize the party. I mean, he deserves credit for what we're experiencing right now, as does our amazing ticket, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. I think what you're seeing at this convention is a message from the Democratic Party that all are welcome.
Yes.
That we are a big tent, that we welcome everyone, and that whether you're a Democrat, an independent, a Republican of conscience, that you are welcomed in our coalition of joy, of hope, of optimism, and of opportunity for everyone.
That's exactly right. I'm glad you brought up the president, because I've been a little disappointed about, it feels like the press is kind of trying to make something here of something about like how this went down, or divisions within the party. I just wanted my take, and you're from Delaware, is, I mean, of course it was a heartbreakingly hard decision to make, but it feels like, I mean, he made a decision that was very consistent with who he is and has been his entire distinguished career as a public servant, which was, he looked in to see what he thought was right for the country, and he did it willingly. He did it with grace and and patriotism. And I just am not seeing the kind of divisions people want to make in the media about this.
Well, first off, I think that point is so excellent, and I haven't talked about this publicly yet, but I have never seen a better example of a media constructed narrative and an effort by the media to construct the narrative. I mean, the number of interviews I've done with print reporters, because on TV it's all live, but the number of interviews I've done with print reporters where they're asking me about this, and they're clearly asking with this agenda, and then they don't use any of my quotes because I don't give them the quotes that they want that conforms to their pre-existing narrative. The party is united, and that includes the Delaware delegation. We are energized and excited for this ticket. We are proud of Joe Biden. Look, there's no question that the conversation was difficult for the party to have amongst itself. It was a difficult conversation because it had significant stakes. No person was going to make that decision overnight. No. And it was Joe Biden's decision to ultimately make, and he made a decision that put the country before himself, something that Donald Trump's never done.
That's right.
And it happened in a pretty brief period of time. And
That's
so
right.
I think, obviously it was difficult, but the last several weeks have reinforced that Joe Biden made the right decision to re-energize the party, to usher in this new leadership and pass the baton to Kamala Harris. And I think everyone in that arena is deeply grateful and proud of Joe Biden for that decision and for his lifetime of service and his transformational presidency.
I totally agree, 100%. So let me finish with this question. You've been here all week, and he's been exciting, it's been electric. What are you most looking forward to tonight?
Well, I think if the energy in the room is any indication from the previous 3 nights, tonight will be a level of energy and excitement that I have probably never experienced in a physical space before. I'm excited to have Kamala Harris go on that stage and talk about her own story and what moves her and drives her to do this work, her vision for this country. But I'm excited to take the energy, the joy, and the hope and the history that will be just so present in that arena and use that as the energy for myself in the next several weeks to make sure that we win our race, but more importantly, frankly, that we win up and down the ballot.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're all excited to get you to Congress, excited what we're going to do after we leave here with what will be 75 days left, I think. And so thanks for talking to us for a minute.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to this special mini-sode. To hear the latest on what we're doing on the ground at the DNC this week, follow @New Deal Leaders on Instagram, TikTok, and X. We'll see you next time on An Honorable Profession.